Here's some details on tonight's hearing where Trump-appointed Judge Karine Engelhardt stopped Donald Trump from sending federalized California troops and federalized Texas troops to Oregon after she had already blocked and issued a temporary restraining order telling him he cannot send federalized troops to Oregon. So California, Governor Newsom was like, "We got this, Oregon. Come on, let's go." And said, "We need a temporary restraining order. You can't send our troops to Oregon." "No, sir. No, no, ma'am. No ham." And the judge immediately asked the attorney for the Department of Justice, Eric Hamilton, "What's going on here?" And he was like, "They're sending the troops, what?" And she said, "How is that not a circumvention of my order? You're an officer of the court. You know this. What's going on?" And he said, "Well, I don't know." And she says, "How is that not a violation of what I just said? Are there any new facts?" And he was like, No, it's not new facts. They're not sending new federalized troops. They're sending already federalized troops from California and Texas. That's different." And then she was like, "Dude, you're a lawyer. Now you know." And he was like, "Well, I'm not a policymaker." And she was like, "Listen here. All right." And then she turned to the attorney, Scott Kennedy for Oregon, and says, "Oregon, what's going on?" And immediately Scott Kennedy said, "And by the way, please note that Pete Texas said he's sending the Texas troops here too as well. So we got to stop that altogether." Eric Hamilton said, "Well, there's no irreparable harm to California for having their troops sent over there," to which it was Jane Rowley for the state of California was like, "Irreparable harm, yeah. Those are our troops. So when you send our troops to Oregon, if we have an emergency, our troops are in Oregon. So that's irreparable harm." And then she says, "Okay, state of Oregon, what's your irreparable harm?" And the state of Oregon said the same irreparable harm: sovereignty. We should be allowed to say where our troops go, and we don't need no extra law enforcement. We got this. And she said, "Well, there is the Trump administration has already appealed this to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. So can I alter it now? I'm worried about expanding it while it's already in appeal." And then they said, "Well, just issue a new one." She was like, "Bet, I'll just issue a new one." And that's what she did, blocking them and say, not just for this state, for all states. So yeah, I think someone asked if it's going to be appealed. I think the Supreme Court has signaled to the Trump administration, like there's certain things that they're not going to, the 14th Amendment stuff, I don't think, anything related to due process. They already blocked Lisa Cook, Federal Reserve. And I think stuff related to like military, I think they're going to be like, if the law is kind of clear, don't come over here. And that's what Ketanji Brown Jackson was warning in the oral arguments during the nationwide injunction birthright citizenship case. She said, if you don't stop them, allow nationwide injunctions, they're going to just keep doing this. They will never appeal to the Supreme Court. They're going to just keep causing harm and causing ruckus. And that's exactly what they're doing. Just whack-a-mole. You whack them there with anything. That's what they've been doing. That's what I say in these courts. I'm in the docket, JJ Legal. Each one teach one. Share this video so other people know.